Hi. This morning we are doing the number 4. I just erased it. This is the page number of the book 207. The group of exercises was 3, 4, 5, and 6. These 4 exercises deal with epilepsy, and the theory for this group of videos is here. All right, in this code. Okay, let's read the text of the problem. The problem says, poorly controlled, generalized, idiopathic epilepsy. That's a mouthful. It is a lot of words, right? Now, let me show you a trick in a regular English language, how to identify the main word on the main condition here. Let's go to the computer. This is a cat, right? Right here, this is a cat, and the word to describe is cat, right there. You see it? Cat. Okay. Now, we're going to add words to the description of the cat. This is now a black cat. It's still a cat, but now we have a word that describes it, or an adjective, which is black. Black cat. Now we have another one. It's still a cat, but he's black, but now he's angry. See, a cat, a black, and angry. And the last one is we have still a cat here, but he's black, he's angry, and he's thin. So the noun is cat. All the other words just describe what the noun is, right? So let's go here to our problem. Poorly controlled, generalized, idiopathic epilepsy. Which is the noun here? The noun is epilepsy. All these other words are just describing the type of epilepsy. Poorly controlled is like saying black. Generalized is like saying angry. And idiopathic is like saying thin. And epilepsy is like saying cat. So this is the noun, and we're just describing how the noun is. Okay? So, once you have that in mind, let's make a list of all the keywords that we have here. The first one is poorly controlled. Poorly controlled. The second one is generalized. Generalized. The third one is idiopathic. And the last one is epilepsy. And we have seen, the noun here, or the main condition, is epilepsy. So we're going to circle that. Epilepsy is the noun. Right. Now, once we have found the noun there, the first thing that we have to do is, from our table, choose which one. Which of the 2 rows are we going to choose? Now, we explained in the theory that when the word epilepsy is in the text, we have to choose this one. You see, EP for epilepsy. So it starts with G40, and we need the 4th and the 5th and the 6th character. So this is our code. G40, something here, and something here. Okay, now, the trick is that we have to find a path that includes all or most of the keywords. Right? Now, Stephanie is going to try to do that. We're going to start in order. We're going to go first. We start with epilepsy always, because that's the noun. And we're going to go first with poorly controlled. And then we're going to see if we can find this and this one in our path. If we can't, then we go to epilepsy and we start with the second one and see if we can find the first one and the third, and so on, until we find a path that has all the keywords. Okay, so I'm going to grab the camera, and Stephanie is going to do the search. All right, you got the book open. We go first to the index.
Then we go find the epilepsy.
Epilepsy in the E, right?
Right.
In the E, okay, there. Now, if you're just starting here with the coding, it's always good to write the notes. So we go to epilepsy, and there's a note underneath epilepsy. Can you read that?
Note: the following terms are to be considered equivalent to intractable: pharmacoresistant, pharmacologically resistant, treatment resistant, refractory, medically, and poorly controlled.
Poorly controlled. So intractable is the same as saying poorly controlled. So in our keywords here, let's write, instead of poorly controlled, let's write intractable.
Intractable.
And put in parentheses an I to identify it. There you go. So now we have our keywords: poorly controlled or intractable, generalized, and idiopathic, right? All those words have to be in our path of epilepsy, starting with epilepsy. So let's go back again. We started with epilepsy, right? And then we're going to look for intractable now. Go down here and then go up here. You find intractable?
Yeah.
Intractable. Okay, now we need the two more keywords: idiopathic and generalized. Do we have them?
No.
No. In intractable, there's only with status epilepticus and without status epilepticus. Now, let's just in case that we don't find a better one, then let's start with that. G40.919, right? So let me review what we've done so far. Where is this? Right here. What we've done is here, this is the first path. This is go to index, then go to epilepsy, then go to intractable, and that's all we can do. And the code that we get there is G40.919. Okay, that's not too good. Let's try with the second one. So let's go to epilepsy, right? And then the second one is generalized. Go down and then up, generalized to the G, generalized, right? And now we have two choices for generalized: idiopathic and specified. Idiopathic, that's another keyword. So we choose idiopathic, and intractable is another keyword. So there we have the four keywords. We have epilepsy, we have generalized, we have idiopathic, and we have intractable. What's the code next to it?
G40.319.
So that's probably our code. So let's write it here. G40
319.
G40319. Okay, and I'm going to review the path that we just did. There it is. Go to index, right? Then go to epilepsy, then go to generalized, then go to idiopathic, then go to intractable, and the code that we get is G40.319. And now we got to check this code in tabular. So it's going to go to tabular. We start in the tabular, you always start with the three first characters, which will be G40. And tabular, you know, it is in alphabetical and numerical order. So we can start with G20, G30, G40. G40 is?
Epilepsy and recurrent seizures.
Okay, we're just checking here. So which is the next character that we have to check?
3.
3. So where's 3?
Here we go.
Let's see if we have the keywords. Point 3 is generalized, right?
Right.
And idiopathic epilepsy. So we have the two more words there, right?
Right.
So the next one will be 1. 1. Where's 1? 3, 1. Generalized, idiopathic, and intractable, right?
Right.
And now we have two choices there for the last character, right?
Right.
One is 1. The first one is 1, and one is 9. And what is the difference? 1 is with status epilepticus, and 9 is without status epilepticus, right?
Right.
So, which one are we going to choose? Do we find status epilepticus in the text? No. So it's going to be?
It's going to be a G40.319.
Because it's without?
Without status
epilepticus, right? So that should be our answer. And then we go to the book. And it's number 4, poorly controlled generalized idiopathic epilepsy. And the code is G40.319. Exactly what we wanted. Thank you.